What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to talk about Magic Legends. It's a free-to-play, I guess what they call action RPG or roguelike game. Kind of similar to Diablo, but it's done by Cryptic in conjunction with Magic the Gathering and Wizard of the Coast. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. You'll know if you're here regularly on the channel, I do a lot of Magic the Gathering related content, but I also actually like playing Diablo, so this should be a lot of fun. And with the game being free to play, it's accessible to everybody, so I'm sure that's going to go over very well. Though they do have some microtransactions if you want to get different cosmetic things and little minor upgrades so far, but I'm sure they'll find ways to get you to spend money otherwise if you so choose. But so far, looks very promising. But without further ado, let's talk about Magic Legends. So obviously we have the Geomancer in red. You've got the Beast Caller in green, which is cool looking with this set of horns and stuff. That's pretty awesome. And then I guess this is white, which is the Sanctifier, which is interesting. They chose to use the Avacyn staff, so I don't know if that's important to the game or not, but we'll see. And then blue is the Mind Mage, as we expect, which is weird because like he's juggling a bunch of like Dragon Balls or something. I don't know what's going on there. And then I'm assuming this is, yeah, the Necromancer, which makes sense. So pretty cool. You can start with where you want. I think because I have to, I'm going to start with this wild green looking mage because I think that's pretty neato. It does have a customize button here, so we can see what customize does. So body. Oh, okay, that's cool. So if you want to be tall, slight, all right, that's kind of cool. Okay, I'll mess around with this. Face. What do you do for the face? You can be angry. Oh, all right. Okay, this is cool. I like this. A little bit of customization, and this is kind of neat because Cryptic also made Champions Online, which was previously City of Heroes. And I played a lot of that way back when. So having the option to get some character customization, pretty cool because City of Heroes was probably the most customizable game I remember seeing ever. So for them to make that possible is very cool. Hair. I'm not going to see my hair. Or maybe I'll see my hair at some point. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just go with short hair. I don't know when we'll ever see it. I'm wearing a helmet. Facial hair. You can rock the goatee. That'd be all right. We can rock a little bit of a goatee. Let's go with that. All right. Oh, and I gotta do a name. I don't know what I want to. Mordilia Ashwater. Like that is such a D&D type name, but no, we are not doing that. I think I'm just gonna go with PowrDragn because that's simple and cheaty. All right, so let's see what's up. Oh, I'm gonna turn the volume up real quick for y'all. Like, oh wait, it ate my mouse cursor, so I don't get to do anything here. And I don't want to skip the story, obviously. Man, that dude almost walked off into that hole. Oh, hey, it's Ralzeric. Check that out.
I know what you told your guild master, and that's all I need to know.
So, a stalker and an eavesdropper.
And your death, if you get in my way.
Was that supposed to be a threat? Oh, another planeswalker?
I wonder who that other one's supposed to be. Is that like... Because Rada's not a planeswalker. Well, that's definitely... Or maybe... I'm assuming that's Ralzeric. Maybe it's just somebody else done up in Izzet gear.
Turned back is as good as stolen breath.
Nope, she can get the little fungus things. Eat them? Nope, she's disappearing. Oh yeah, she is going to leave the fungus to eat them. Man, that's cold. Oh, I guess I gotta go over and save the dude, huh? Okay, fair enough. That's a fair story point, though. Can I get my mouse back? Okay, there we go. Now we're functional. Okay, so it functions very much like Diablo. You point where you want to go. You click on the things you want to fight. Love how escort missions are like the basic, easiest thing to do. Oh, wait, what's this?
Thanks for the help. Unless you're also out to kill me, then we probably need to have a different conversation. So, what are you doing here? Oh, no, I know that look. Perplexed, disoriented, maybe a little amazed. That was your first planeswalk, wasn't it? Well, that duel broke my gear, and you need some answers. How about we make a deal then? You help me catch up to my attacker, and I'll explain as we go. Sound good?
Okay, that's how they're going to do the walkthrough. That makes sense.
My name is Raul Zarek. Follow me. I don't recognize the magic surrounding this barrier, but I'm sure I can get it open.
Oh,
Stand back.
famous last words. Like, I don't recognize the magic, but I can do
Got
this.
it. There's no telling what our guest is capable of, so watch my back and try to keep... Well, look at that. I'm allergic to pollen, so let's just go the other way, huh?
Allergic to pollen. Actually, I never even thought about it. That's a real thing, right? If you're allergic to pollen and there's sapperlings, that's got to be random.
You are a planeswalker. You have a spark of sorts inside of you.
All right. Man, he runs fast.
Sparking Knights,
I must have to figure out how to run.
unique abilities and enables you to travel between worlds. That was pretty cool. Got any other tricks?
Okay, so I throw a, like, I would have to wait. Oh, that's only let me do one at a time while it's teaching me.
You know, you remind me of someone. Oh, more of her plant things. Use your abilities to handle them, and I'll get the barrier.
Leave my dog thing alone. It's a dog with antlers. I don't know what that is. I need to figure out how to stay stationary while attacking. Because that's a thing you can do in Diablo, I think, by holding the spacebar. And I don't know what that action is on here. They're just like infinite sapperlings. What's going on? Oh, and some of them spit. What is this? My little dog thing was getting in there. I don't know what it is. It's like a dog antlered whatever.
You're keeping it. So maybe it's time to teach you some magic. I happen to be something of an expert.
Yeah, you would say that, huh,
Spells
Ralph?
come in different forms. Sorceries, for example, are spells that directly aid allies or harm foes.
Oh, new spells unlocked. Okay, so we get Elven Assailment. Sorcery condition. Create a hazard at target location that deals 500 damage to foes inside it for 5 seconds. Okay, so that's like a trap sort of thing. And then you get Hunt of the Apex. The creature you control at the highest power deals 160% of its damage and taunts foes for 10 seconds. Alright, that's kind of cool. That's just a cool looking spell, man. Like, that is awesome. I am overjoyed about that. Like, I'm way more excited about that than I should be. Alright, we're through it. Where are we headed?
She left a whole swarm. How kind of her.
Oh, well, I know what we're going to do about that. We have answers. Oh my gosh, there's so many.
She's quite the summoner, whoever she is. Now, where was I? You can also learn creature spells, which summon forth beings to fight by your side.
All right. Enormous Baloth, which I guess takes 10 mana for some unknown reason. I don't know how we determine what individual casting costs are. DPS of 15, health of 1650. On summon, it deals 54 damage and knocks down nearby foes. Like it. Guess that's going to be spell number 3.
Magic flows in unpredictable ways. Your available spells will shift each time you cast, so you'll need to think on your feet and use what you've got. Try casting something.
That's how they
out
kind of
and
mimic
focus
magic
on
as
the
far
way
as
your
a deck.
spells shift.
That's pretty cool. So you get a whole pile of spells, but then as you use them, a new one comes up and fills the slot from the one you just used. That's pretty cool. So right now it looks like we only have 2 slots. So if we summon it, now I have the little elven assailment thing in the spot.
You may want to summon a creature to welcome them.
Oh, this guy's huge. What the hell? That guy's gigantic. Stampede. Create a hazard line in front of you that deals 1470. All right. Oh, it literally just makes a stampede pile that just keeps running things over. That's awesome. Now here in this screen is when you tab off, you can go to this other screen here. And this is where a lot of the customization for the game is going to live. So here you're able to, now that we've played, this is after we've probably played about 4 hours, we've gotten 12 deck slots. So you've now collected 12 unique cards that we can fill this up. From here moving forward, anytime we get a card, we're going to have to swap things out of our deck. The cool part is it does let you save extra deck space. So if you want to create certain decks for certain things, you don't necessarily have to go in here and manually change stuff out. By the way, you'll probably hear some game sounds because I'm still in the game. I kind of just tabbed off to another screen. So people may be passing by using spells or something right now. But the fun thing here is that you can customize this for different things. For instance, I may want to be doing something where I'm spending my mana mostly on my big creatures and then small mana spells on things to enhance them. Or I may want to be the opposite and just focus on big spells and very few creatures. Or I might want a deck that's built just for handling swarms if I know what the villains or the mission is about. Or maybe I want stuff for handling just 2 or 3 big monsters instead, right? You'd be able to customize your spell deck to match that, which I think is very interesting. Also in this tabbed off screen, you can see that there's a map and you can kind of go all over the map. This is the first full zone. This is of Tazim, which is a section of Zendikar, and it is quite large. You're going to do, like I said, I've played 4 hours and I'm traveling back and forth all over the zone. And I still, here you can see these like fast travel portals, I think they call them. And I still don't have several that are even identified. There's obviously mission points I haven't done yet. So still a lot to do even in this first zone. And from what we've seen is there are 5 total zones available. If you're fans of Magic, you understand that this is for Zendikar, for Ravnica, Dominaria, and Innistrad. These are names of places on these planes. Now, I don't know what your realm is. That'll be something I'm sure we get to later on. But for now, don't know what it is, and it's going to be a fun surprise when we get there. You have a guide screen here, and this just kind of takes you through the various acts that we've done in this zone. And I'm currently moving into Act 3, the Seat of Hope, and then I'll be dealing with the missions that are here. It does tell you what you've been rewarded on each of these things, when you've done the missions, what types, stuff like that. Now, this loadout is a pretty interesting section here. And I imagine most of the time when you're tabbing off to the screen, this is where you're going to be spending most of your time. This actually lets you completely customize your characters, which is very cool. So to start with, this tells you what type of character you have and what level you are. My understanding is as you level up, you will be able to unlock the other classes as well, and you'll even be able to do some like cross-class sort of thing and collect cards from other colors, which is pretty cool. But here it also lets you know, like, as you've leveled up, what different powers you've gained. So that's included here. So you just kind of have an overview of your character. It also lets you view your stats. So as you go up in level, you will gain planeswalker levels, which give you different percentages to like damage, to health. Just kind of increases your overall value. And it even says like once you've reached max level, it still lets you keep gaining, which is pretty cool. Then here we get different equipment. So you can look over here and it tells you kind of what your bonuses are for each type of equipment. And it's actually very neat because this allows you to really customize your character. Like here, this one gives you plus 53 red mana resistance, black mana resistance. Like if I'm in a zone that's full of black or red monsters, creatures, then this would make sense to have because you want to increase your resistance so you can run around more. But then it also has max health probability. Like if you drop below 20% on this one, it gives you a chance to 250 to your primary potency, which is cool. So right, lots of cool different things here. I did actually get some wrist wraps of blight. That's hard to pronounce. But the cool part is I didn't even get this from a like big boss or anything. I thought these were going to be things that I only got initially whenever I was tackling the big monsters or the end bosses. But it's just like Diablo. You can find items just running around. You do get rewarded with things for completing missions and whatnot, but this is actually pretty sweet to be able to just pick up stuff along the way. These actually give us blue mana resistance. You can activate Mana Surge. There's 51% chance that you create a 2/2 green ooze, which is pretty sweet. And then you get plus 23 to health globe potency. So since I don't have any other gloves, I'm just going to toss these on. But you get one headpiece, one armor set, one set of hands or gloves, as they call them. And you get 2 rings and boots if you have them. I did also find some boots. The Thaumaturge's Greaves. They give me some red mana resistance, some green mana resistance, a chance to draw a spell, and incoming health potency, which means if somebody's healing me, I would get a bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and slot those in just so I have something on. Why not? Lots of cool rings here, though. This one here is black mana resistance. Chance to create a 1/2 spider token, which is pretty sweet. Plus 52 health regeneration. Also like that. I kind of like this, actually. Let's go ahead and swap this out for this one. And now I'll have that moving into the future. So, completely custom. You can do all types of things here. They also have a section for things called artifacts. And what the artifacts do is they come in 3 levels. You get legendary, greater, and lesser. And you can have 3 lesser, 2 greater, 1 legendary. And these also add to your character. So these are items you find that you can do all types of things with. They also look like they rank up, so over time your items can also get better. Same thing with your spells. As you take your spells into battle more often, they can get better and get stronger. So you're going to be developing all your things as you're going through and playing, which also changes kind of the potency of your deck and the things you can do. So there's kind of customization on all different levels here, which is very interesting. But here, still, I don't have any legendary items, so I'm not going to outfit anything. I've kind of already equipped the lesser ones that I have and the greater ones that I have. So, nothing really special going on there. We already looked at the class screen. I don't have any traits. It looks like traits are a thing that only happen when you max out your class. So, until I get there, I won't have anything for it. And then, of course, there's the deck screen that just shows the deck that we're using and the 12 cards that you have to pick from. Currently, I don't have anything higher than rank 1, so I can't really show any bonuses or increased differences. But really cool customization top to bottom in this game as far as making you a unique character. Like you're in the beginning, you are going to see people that look a lot like your character, but it is cool to know that, you know, as we start approaching level 10, level 12, level 20, right, you're going to be casting spells in combination or things that do different, and your character will look different than the other characters you're running into, which is also very cool. And again, you are collecting gold as you go through the game. Like I said, I've already collected 9,000 gold. So I don't have any of their like actual coins, so I don't know what the conversion is just yet. or where to spend it within the game. So I don't know if these are going to end up being transferable yet, or if there's just stuff or locations in game, say Diablo like, that I will be able to spend it at. So I don't know that yet. We haven't crossed that just yet. But there are things here where, like, you know, you want to get the battle pass. That's the thing you can do. It's kind of got everything here listed. You know, if you want booster packs, that's a way to kind of try to get some extra things. But yeah, so there's ways you can spend money in the game if you so choose. But none of this is like a have to have sort of thing. These are all extras if you choose to do more in the game. Then, you know, you don't want to wait around for stuff or whatever. Like, nothing wrong with that. Like, so kind of up to you on how you choose to engage with the game, I guess, on different levels. One other thing I do want to point out here in the game is that you do have things here, like this says here, travel to Banks of Halimar. Now this is a mission within the game, and I will click on it here just so everybody can see it. So you can choose to do it as an individual and just invite your friends in your party, which I don't think this was necessarily active today when I was playing, because again, the game goes to open beta on Tuesday. But you can just accept to play the mission, and then as 2 other people become available, because you can only have a team of 3, then you will all jump into the mission together and do it. And this tells you all your rewards, the difficulty. You can't actually increase the difficulty until you've done more or raised your level or whatever. So the game obviously has some higher difficulty, big stuff if you want to do it. But right now, this is kind of like low level, chill, kind of go enjoy it. The one thing I will say about the missions that I ran into so far is they've actually been pretty easy to do, very reminiscent of other action RPGs, very similar to, like I said, oh, I have some monsters attacking me here, like City of Heroes, Champions Online stuff. But the one thing downside I did have where this didn't do what Diablo did is when you're getting the story points, if somebody gets to the character and just wants to skip through the dialogue or whatever, the other players don't get to experience that dialogue. So that was a little frustrating for me as I'm trying to like get the context for why we're doing what we're doing, or maybe even make the next missions make a little more sense. It was kind of unfortunate that I was in 2 different groups where they just like skip through the dialogue. So I'm hoping they change that option and let each individual go through the dialogue. But otherwise, I actually didn't mind the missions. I thought it was pretty cool seeing different people casting spells and us like ganging up on big mobs. Like, that was all a lot of fun. So I have nothing negative to say about that. That's literally just that small thing there that I didn't enjoy. Now, I will say this. There was a little bit of slowdown, a little bit of lag in a couple of spots. Some of that, though, I think was also likely with it being pre-beta, because technically beta goes live on Tuesday. There's probably a limited number of servers available for the number of people. Who knows? But I do expect once it goes live, you will get some skipping and stuttering for a couple of, probably even a few hours, while they get all that worked out and try to handle the server loads that are coming in. But that happens on a lot of games right out of the gate. One of the things I will say is if you are a fan of more intense gameplay, this is not going to be the game for you. This was very chill, very relaxed, except for the opportunities where you had some big combat moments. Actually was pretty serene music and everything else. So if you want a chill game where you can explore, kind of open world, do missions, whatever, like, this is going to be for you. I also say if you're a big fan of Magic the Gathering and you've always wondered, like, what would some of these creatures you summoned and whatnot look like? What would it be like to walk through the world of Zendikar, Ravnica, or whatever? This is going to be the thing you'll really enjoy. You'll get more out of it being a fan, which is also very cool. But I do think it actually has a lot to offer. But again, if you want kind of high intensity gameplay, something that needs quick twitch response, something that's competitive, this is not going to be the game for you. So I just want to make that clear up front. But overall, I think I'll be playing this quite a bit. I actually really enjoyed it. There was a lot to do, a lot of customization, which I really like. So I will definitely be spending time messing around with that, trying to find a character that works. And I love the fact that you can make something completely unique to yourself. That is a big selling point for me in this type of game. But it doesn't surprise me because Cryptic is also the people that did City of Heroes, which eventually became Champions Online, and they had a ton, probably the game of all time that had the most customization I've ever seen on a character. So it doesn't surprise me that they found a way to work some of that into here. But overall, let me know what you feel in the comments. If you got to play the game yet, how you feel about it, or if you want to see more content on the game, let me know and we can get some more on the channel. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.